Ever wondered why some people with little to no skills think they're the best at what they do? It's a question that's perplexed many of us. We can't help but marvel at the confidence of someone who, quite frankly, just doesn't seem to have the chops. This fascinating conundrum of self-perception is not just a simple case of self-delusion or arrogance. Enter the Dunning-Kruger Effect, a psychological phenomenon named after two social psychologists, David Dunning and Justin Kruger. In essence, this effect describes a phenomenon where individuals with low ability at a task overestimate their ability. It's like being tone-deaf but thinking you could give Beyoncé a run for her money. But don't be too quick to judge. This effect is more common than you might think, and it's not always as clear-cut as it seems. It's a complex and intriguing concept that we're only beginning to understand. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Let's dive a little deeper into this. So, what exactly is happening in the minds of these people? Well, it all boils down to a psychological phenomenon known as the Dunning-Kruger Effect. Named after the psychologists who first studied it, this effect describes the cognitive bias where individuals with low ability at a task overestimate their ability. This happens because their lack of self-awareness prevents them from recognizing their own incompetence. They simply don't know what they don't know. On the other side of the coin, highly competent individuals often underestimate their abilities. They assume that if a task is easy for them, then it must be easy for everyone else too. It's a sort of misplaced humility where they fail to recognize their own exceptional skill and attribute it to the task being simple instead. So, we have the less competent overestimating their abilities and the highly competent underestimating theirs. It's a fascinating interplay of perception and reality, isn't it? So, what can we learn from the Dunning-Kruger effect? The primary lesson from this intriguing psychological phenomenon is the importance of self-awareness and lifelong learning. It reminds us that we are all susceptible to overestimate our abilities, especially when we are not experts in the field. We've explored how the Dunning-Kruger effect can deceive us into believing we are more competent than we truly are. This illusion of competence can have serious repercussions, both personally and professionally. However, understanding this effect can also be a powerful tool for growth. By recognizing the limitations of our knowledge, we can strive to improve, to learn, and to keep an open mind. It encourages us to ask questions, seek advice, and continually challenge our own understanding. This not only leads to better personal development, but also enhances our professional growth. Remember, the first step to competence is realizing how much there is still to learn. Stay curious,